This is an urgent call for the immediate and unconditional release from Israeli detention of Dr. Abu Safiya and his colleagues from the Kamal Adwan Hospital in northern Gaza. The hospital has been under Israeli attack for months, and on December 27th, Israeli soldiers forced the evacuation of health workers and patients, stripping them to their underwear in the freezing cold and pushing them out at gunpoint. Dr. Abu Safiya, who is a pediatrician and director of the hospital, was beaten and abducted by the Israeli military and then taken to the notorious detention and torture center Sidi Timan. For months, the doctor, who holds a passport from Kazakhstan and could have left Gaza long ago, remained at the hospital standing alongside his staff and patients as the facility was bombarded, raided, denied medical supplies and humanitarian aid, including food. Starting in early October, Dr. Abu Safiya issued repeated and desperate calls to the international community on a near daily basis, detailing the inhumane conditions Israel had created and pleading for help. But the world leaders just stood by and did nothing. To punish the doctor for his refusal to leave his patients, Israel assassinated his 15-year-old son in late October as the boy stood at the hospital's entrance. A few weeks later, Israel targeted the doctor himself while he was inside the hospital, severely injuring his leg. For 15 months, Israel has attacked health workers and hospitals all over the Gaza Strip. Without supplying any proof, it simply states that these facilities are being used by Hamas. International law prohibits deliberate attacks against medical facilities and personnel, as well as the wounded and sick, and obligates parties to a conflict to protect the facilities and persons from harm. Dr. Abu Safiya has dedicated his life to protecting the lives of children in Gaza, providing care under conditions that no medical personnel should have to endure. His arrest is not only unjust, it's a violation of humanitarian law. We call on the international community, particularly the United States, to finally do something, to use its influence and force Israel to immediately release Dr. Abu Safiya and all medical personnel in detention, to demand that Israel stop attacking hospitals and healthcare workers and patients, to demand that Israel allow the entry of necessary supplies and personnel to serve the sick, the injured, and the dying. And most of all, tell Israel to stop the killing. Healthcare is not a crime. Deliberately attacking hospitals, medical staff, and patients is a crime.